technical Tuesday. Tuesday is where I get technically. So, I mentioned Saturday. Was it Saturday? It was some day in the past. I had mentioned that I planning, hopefully, to go on this trip. Now, I want to append something to that, and as of right now, it is, if I'm being honest, I'm more than 50% gonna go. Unfortunately, there's still some things I gotta figure out and make sure that are doable. I want to do this. I want to do this more than, really almost more than anything I've ever wanted to do in my life. And I think if I keep trying to make excuses or come up with reasons as to why it might not be a good idea, I probably won't do it. And I don't want that to be the situation. I want to do this. Alright, so what am I talking about for context? For people who might have asked, I want to take a bike trip, about a 2-month bike trip from Philadelphia to San Francisco. Seeing, exploring, and checking out this country that I live in, and sightseeing and traveling and having time to myself to think and to clear my head and to do a lot of things. I have always wanted to travel the world as sort of like my back-burning goal. I am 26. I just separated from my main job, and I am currently in a position where I could either make the safe bet and go to another job that will pay me the same amount or more, probably more, considering what options I've lined up. But I'd still be in a job that I just don't really care about, and it doesn't lend to my future and my goal and what I want to do with my life. Or I could do the really stupid, from what everybody keeps telling me, stupid thing and just go for it. Just do it. Go for it. Okay. What's the plan? The plan would be, and I didn't plan everything out, and there's a sort of a reason for that. I don't want, if it's a big if right now, but it's something I'm still pushing myself towards. If I do this, the plan would be to leave May 1st, travel across the country, and arrive in San Francisco on June 22nd or 23rd, which gives me about 53 days. Reason being is June 22nd or 23rd, 23rd, I'm meeting up with my friends in San Francisco, and we were taking a road trip down the coast of California to Los Angeles, where we will be going to VidCon for a week. And how cool would it be to take bike across America and then end on a road trip down California to VidCon and then spend a week at VidCon? Like, how freaking cool would that be? Coolness aside, that thing aside, I think a lot of the issues I'm having with this, or at least a lot of the concerns that other people have brought up, health-wise aside, is what's the point? Like, what are you going to do out here? Like, why are you doing this? And I've always wanted to travel, but I had actually been planning a cross-country walking backpack trip with my brother. Started planning it like 4 months ago, but it just isn't going to work out because he is a almost 3-year-old, and it'd be almost 3 months of walking. He can't be away from his son that long. And I get it. I wouldn't ask him to be. In fact, I didn't ask him to be. I told him about the idea, and he was like, well, I want to do it too. So I originally planned it to be alone. But I had been looking into, planning is not the right word, I've been looking into and doing research on this idea of going coast to coast, and how people who have done it, it's been a life-changing experience for them. They've found themselves. They've felt like it was the best thing they've ever done. Not like 90-year-old people and it's the best thing they've done in their entire life, but like 20, 30-year-old people, and they're like, this was an eye-opening experience for me. And that's what I want. I want let me break it down a little bit of context. And I know people say problems are not geographic, meaning that if you go somewhere else, your problems don't go away. I get that. That is not what I'm trying to do. I've had a few people tell me that I'm just running away from a problem, and I'd be lying if there wasn't like 10 to 20% truth in that, but I don't look at it as running away. I have a few issues. One being, I'm not super comfortable with myself. And what I mean by that, I've never really been happy being alone. Maybe that's the extrovert in me, I don't know what it is, but I don't love myself as much as I wish I did. I don't love myself. I love the effect I have on my friends and family. I love the things I've done. But I don't really love myself. It's been something that I've dealt with for a long time. Something that has really kept me from having any sort of successful relationship with another person. I have had a lot of issues being comfortable in my own skin, and some of my really close friends know this. Some of them bring it up they don't bring it up like unannounced. They're not just like, hey, here's all the problems listed way to be. But this is something that my friends have noticed and they know about and they see in me. I hope that if I'm on the road, mostly by myself, that I'll get enough time away, enough time by myself, where I'm just by myself. And it's not like I won't see people on the way or make friends on the way or nothing like that, but I'm really hoping that I get the opportunity to really explore who I am as a person. And a big goal for me, because it's something that I always felt has held me back, in not just romantically, but in my confidence level, my self-esteem, my ability to push myself, has been the lack of love for myself. And I think spending 2 months by myself will give me an opportunity to learn to, not necessarily learn to get over that, but learn who I am. Be alone in my thoughts for 2 months and just see who Eric is, see who he is, and get to know him, and hang out with him, and have a good time with him. I hope to look at me, at myself, the way my friends look at me, the way the people that love me look at me. And I know that sounds weird, but for the longest time, I've always been somebody that I felt like, not even I felt like, people tell me, that they look up to, that they love, that they think is awesome, funny, awesome to be around. And I see the effect. When I'm with my friends, I see the excitement in their eyes when they get to hang out with me. That sounds so narcissistic, but it's not. They tell me how much they enjoy my company, how much I help their lives better through my advice, through my friendship, and I just don't see it in myself. I don't. It's almost like I just can't see in myself what they see in me. I don't get it. The only way I can sort of make sense is, whether you're a guy or a girl, have you ever had all your friends tell you this one person was really attractive, and they're all like, oh my god, him or her is very attractive, and you're like, yeah, I just don't see it. It's not my cup of tea. That's how I feel about me. Emotionally, not attractively. I see people when they look at me. I see their eyes light up. I know this sounds narcissistic, but trust me, I don't think of myself that way. But I see how much I affect the people around me. But I don't affect myself that same way. I don't look in the mirror and get excitement at the sight of myself. I don't enjoy waking up alone and being by myself. Not a sex thing, just like waking up and there's no one else to hang out with. I don't enjoy being by myself. And I haven't quite pinned down what that is. As much as I'd like to think it's this or that, or this or that, every time I think it's something, it's not. And I explore it and it ends up not being a false equivalence, or being something that isn't really the reason I think it is. And I don't know what my problem is with myself. I don't understand why I don't like me even a quarter as much as other people do. I didn't start this video thinking I was going to open up about all this stuff, so this went off the rails. Oh, Jesus. But I don't, and I think that having this time alone to only be with me will either help me see how cool I must be to other people, or at least to dislike myself much less. I'm totally sorry that this video didn't go the way I planned it to go. I wanted it to be me explaining how I was going to bike across the country, not me explaining why I'm depressed sometimes. I don't know. I want to learn to love myself, and judging off the responses of people that have taken a journey like this, whether foot, bike, or Even the people that freaking did it in a car, they said it was an amazing experience, and it gives you a lot of time to appreciate yourself and to be with yourself. And it's not, like I said, it's not a geographic thing. It's not like I think I'm going to find myself in Wyoming instead of PA, or in San Francisco instead of PA. It's the journey of getting there, and I'm not going to find myself here where I'm surrounded by my friends, where I'm always hanging out with people, where I have all these vices that I want to partake in. I know, it's scary, it sounds stupid. I'm going to talk more about this, but this video is probably way too long already. I will re-pick this up maybe Saturday or next Tuesday. Because there are more things I want to talk about, but I don't want to have this be like a 20-minute video. Thank you guys for watching. It doesn't have to make sense, mother. Ooh, and I will see you tomorrow. Mother, love you. Bye.